Alright, in this video we're going to be going over the WUNSP of making a good vlog. WUNSP is a helpful and easy to remember acronym that I came up with all by myself. WUNSP stands for what, narrative, shot structure, and personality. Alright, let's get started. Vlogs are everywhere right now and are very much a part of our cultural moment. While vlogs are easy to make and easier to watch, a good vlog is sometimes hard to come by. We believe that great vlogs have a purpose and a message behind them, a story arc, a little slice of life adventure, and some helpful information. Even if the purpose of that video is just to show your friends pre-class shenanigans, we prefer each campus reel to be about one thing and tell one story. While you don't need to make a Shakespearean drama out of each of your reels, you should treat each one as its own tiny film. Some important questions to ask yourself are, what is the purpose of this video? What information am I trying to communicate? What do I need to show to most effectively communicate the information? And what visuals should I include to best contextualize this information?
If you're looking for a little bit of a formula to follow, what I always try to do is introduce what I'm going to do in the video, do the actual thing and narrate while I do it, and then unpack it afterwards. You are going to be the focus of almost all of your campus reel videos, so you can either shoot that selfie style using a tripod or recruit a friend to help you out. In this case, my dad. Hey. Another thing to remember is that when shooting outside, always try to have something interesting or important behind you. Let's pretend that this is an important student center on campus. Another thing is that try not to block the entire frame with your face. Two more important things to remember when shooting your videos is that one, you should always try to shoot for coverage. Shooting for coverage means taking as much video as possible so that when you go back later to edit, you have more stuff to work with than less. I like to try to film as much of my surroundings as possible so that I can go back later and explain it in a voiceover. 2. When shooting on a smartphone, please film all your stuff horizontally. Also use a small tripod to avoid shakiness, because shakiness can really ruin a good quality video. At its core, each campus reel is really about you, the creator. So try to include your own personality and your true story into your videos so that your viewers can be interested and engaged. When you're taking them around campus, make sure to talk to them and be present so they're not just a passenger for your ride. They're taking time out of their day to watch you, and they want to get to know you as well as your school. You should talk to your viewers like you're on a FaceTime with a friend, or in my case, my mom. While the information is the most important part of the video, if they're not entertained and they're not engaged, they're not going to watch the video. It's that simple. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Julian.
Lastly, have some fun. Don't be afraid to shoot outside. Vlogging is common enough now that nobody's going to think you're a crazy person. And even if they do, who really cares? The more comfortable you seem, the more comfortable your audience will be. So enjoy filming. Once you've shot all your footage, you get to do what I think is the fun part, editing. I'm going to give you some simple and repeatable editing practices that will take your videos to a more professional and engaging place. Come on. Alright, first let's touch on software. There are so many different editing softwares out there, and it doesn't really matter which one you use. For campus reels, honestly, I recommend using a simple one. I used iMovie when I made mine, but there are also a lot of free programs that you can download online and even phone apps that will pretty much give you the same type of editing techniques. I don't think that you need to use Adobe or Avid or anything, because campus reels are all about you and the school, and you don't really need a lot of frill to it. Alright, the first step that I always recommend doing after you've done everything is to gather all your film up, put it in the program, and then trim. Trimming is a really easy way to make you feel like you have a little bit less on your plate and more specific material to work with. Once I put all my stuff in, what I do is I look through it and I cut out all the parts that don't really have anything important or interesting going on. I cut out the bits where I'm walking, I cut out the bits where I don't really know what I'm saying, and I'm just left with the bits of the material that are interesting and engaging. After I gather and trim, I can start to fine-tune my footage. The main way that I like to fine-tune is by making dynamic cuts. Dynamic cuts ensure that the footage flows smoothly from clip to clip instead of being choppy. The three main ways you can make dynamic cuts is by 1, doing jump cuts, 2, using panoramic shots with voiceover, and 3, using quick animations that make things flow. I feel like I actually illustrated how to do jump cuts and animation cuts pretty well in one of my old campus reel tutorials, so let me use that footage real quick.
Jump cuts are an extremely effective tool. You can do them like this, like this, or like this.
To quickly explain how I did those 3 cuts, the first one, I took my hand, I put it over the camera, and then I moved to somewhere else, and then when I got to the new place, I put my hand over the camera again, and then kept talking, but I edited out the space in between, so it kind of looks like I teleported. The other thing I did where I snapped was I would snap, and then cut at the snap, go somewhere else, snap again, and cut at that snap too, so it kind of looks like it jumps. And the last one, the animation edit, is where I drag an animation from the software between 2 cuts to make it kind of blip over to a new spot. These kinds of edits are really helpful, but you kind of have to put a little bit of forethought into doing it. For making a campus reel, maybe you might be in the cafeteria and then you can be like, all right, now I'm gonna show you my class, and then you can snap and then go over and snap somewhere else. So those kinds of things you do have to plan, but they look really good when you do them. The last edit I recommend using is a panoramic edit. This is really helpful if you haven't planned as much beforehand and need to add in some helpful information that you forgot to say during your initial filming. If you just take a nice video of the building, student center, or dorm room that you need to talk about, then add an audio file over the video, you'll get a nice professional looking, smooth video. All right, we're almost done. The last 2 main things I can tell you that will really take your videos to a new place is to 1, add text. If you can drag and drop little text boxes and say the names of student centers and other places on campus, the people watching will have a better idea of what's actually happening and where you are, because then they can look it up afterwards and gather more information. The second thing I can tell you is to add some music. Music makes the video a little bit more fun to watch, and it's pretty easy to do. I recommend just looking up royalty-free music and downloading that and popping it in so you don't run into any copyright issues. But besides that, have fun editing. It can be stressful at first, but after a little while you can get into the groove of it and start to enjoy yourself. Good luck.
Be honest and authentic. Treat these videos like a casual vlog. You're trying to give these students a friend on campus when they don't already have one. Don't be a someone you're not. Try to keep it as real as possible.
Showcase the student body.
While this is mainly about your experience, there are also thousands of other students on campus. High schoolers really want to get a sense of community and understand your school's student body, so involve other students any chance you get. Don't make it look like you're the only one who goes to your school. Have a high quality camera. If you have a GoPro, a DSLR, any other high quality camera, please use that. But if you don't, shooting on your iPhone is totally okay. I shot my campus reel tour on an iPhone and it went great, but I also used a DJI stabilizer for iPhones, as well as a tripod and a microphone for iPhones. Those things just boosted the quality. Film your videos on a Razer Motorola flip phone from 2001.
Have stable footage. This is really important because even the best quality video can be ruined by a shaky camera.
Don't film after drinking a quadruple shot venti espresso from the local Starbucks. Your videos should be a healthy balance between selfie-style shots and narrated panoramas. While you should always be at the forefront of your shots, remember that these students want to see as much of your campus as possible. So always pay attention to what's behind you so you can show them as many things as you can. Don't only show your face in the videos. Even though you're beautiful, these high schoolers want to get a sense of your campus and not just your fleeking cheekbones. Edit your video. Trim out the extraneous footage. Jump cuts are an extremely effective tool. Don't over-edit. Believe it or not, over-editing can hurt the quality of your videos. Alright, that's all the information you need to know how to become a Campus Reel ambassador. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial. I personally loved working as a Campus Reel ambassador. I had a lot of fun getting to go around my campus. I hope you make amazing videos, and best of luck. Happy filming. Ciao.